ChatGPT, an AI model that has taken over the world of AI. According to research, it has over 900 million active users weekly. Now, that is about 14% of the world's population, which may sound small, but when you compare that to my subscriber count and even the number of active internet users, the difference becomes very clear. Now, with every product, there are multiple features, and ChatGPT happens to have that. Today, we are going to be looking at all the features of ChatGPT that make it stand out. Like the name implies, this is the primary feature that they offer. And once you go to chatgpt.com and sign in, you are welcomed with this simple interface ready to take in your prompts. This is where you separate yourself from the average users and maximize ChatGPT to its full potential. Prompt engineering is the art of structuring, designing, and refining input text or called prompts to guide generative AI models to produce accurate, relevant, and high quality outputs. Simply put, explaining to the AI exactly what you want and how you want it. Recent MIT based research suggests that over relying on ChatGPT for writing and problem solving can reduce critical thinking skills. And I can say, without applying proper tactics, it surely will. But when you guide it, you don't use it as a machine, you use it as a teammate. The key things to note when prompting are task, context, references, evaluate, and iterate. In terms of task, this is where you define what you want to achieve, outlining the goal and the requirements. Then, for context, you state the scenario and what you want to do. Then, if available, you give it references to guide the outputs. You check what it gives you as feedback. And finally, you refine until you get the required results. Let's do a sample. Let's say I want to create a YouTube video script for a beginner friendly course on email marketing. So here I can specify the task and then give it a context. The references could be Ali Abdal is productivity, but I'm just going to use Ali Abdal. I'll send this initially, and once it gives me the script, I can then check the script and ensure that it's in line with what I want to achieve. And if it sounds natural and engaging, I'm going to, I can move on with it. But if it doesn't, I can say something like, make it more emotional, add a relatable struggle, and simplify the language. Maybe I can say use pidgin English because it's also a common language in Nigeria. Make I tell you small story. One morning for Lagos, NEPA don't take light. Your phone battery don't dey 15%. Data no even dey. You just dey scroll small before everything go off. Then you see one post. Person will be like you, same age, same. Anyways, now instead of just asking, write me a script, I'm guiding it step by step, and that's the difference. With that, we are ready to use the other features. Image generation is something that has become very common today among AI users. To create images, you simply go to the image tab and specify what you want to create. By default, you get suggestions to help you get started. Here's a practical example. Let's say I want to design a thumbnail for my YouTube video. I can type something like, in a few seconds, it's going to generate a sample image. Okay, this is what it created for me. And this is good so far, but I can refine it to make it better. I can say make the colors darker, add more contrast, make the text bigger, and let's see what it's gonna cook. Yeah, and just like that, I have moved from an idea to visual execution without opening a heavy design software. And probably I could use this as a stepping stone if I decide to create a better thumbnail or something. So yeah, with apps, you can use ChatGPT while working on certain tasks in real time. You have apps like Canva, Spotify, and even other AI tools like Lovable. So with this, you can save a lot of time. Let's take Canva as an example. Let's go with Canva. Before this, I have already linked my Canva account to ChatGPT. So I'm going to start a chat and simply what I'm going to do is just write my chat. But if I don't come to this page from going to the apps, I can create a new chat. And in the new chat, to apply Canva to the chat, I just do at Canva and I get it. So the example is I am designing a social media post for a brand and I open Canva and instead of me to think too hard about what to write, I bring in ChatGPT and I can say something like, it's gonna give me few options. Okay, I need to authorize. So once I authorize it, I get my options and noodle fit, now only main character energy, drip will make gives me few options. And then if I don't like it, if I don't like what it gave, for example, I prefer this layout, so I could just say with this, I could say make it more bold, less colors, let it be less colors, and let it add a call to action and add a CTA. Okay, it gives me a few options, and as you can see, they are better than the first versions. So instead of just staring at a blank screen, I can begin designing just by writing prompts. Better recommendations will be made if I use the framework for prompting. So I can get results faster and smarter. Now, if you're someone who is interested in coding, this feature is for you. With Codex, you are able to have an AI assistant designed to help you code. We won't dive into this here, but it's definitely something you should check out, especially if you are learning or building projects. ChatGPT has a few features that make organization easier. This feature allows a user to create projects focused on a particular topic. Let's go back to the earlier example, the YouTube script using the TCRAI framework. Now, instead of having random chats, I can create a project and call it email marketing course. Inside this project, I can have a chat for scripts, a chat for content ideas, and a chat for marketing strategy so that ChatGPT remembers the context of that project. So when I say continue the script from earlier but make it more beginner friendly, it already understands what I'm building. So I can put in the earlier script into this project and now I have it as part of this project. So if I say continue the script from earlier but make it more beginner friendly. So because it already understands what I'm building, it helps me turn all my scattered ideas into a structured system, organizing my charts according to the project I'm working on. You may think social media is only Instagram, TikTok, or WhatsApp, but this can be seen as OpenAI's subtle way of adding social interaction into the product. With this feature, you can chat with multiple people while ChatGPT sits quietly in the corner waiting to be called. Let's say you and your friends are planning a small tech event. You can create a group chat where one person says, "We need a name for this event," another says, "Something catching our more." Then someone tags ChatGPT and says, "Suggest five creative names for a youth tech event in Lagos." Instantly, ideas drop. Now, instead of debating endlessly, they are building faster and together with AI. Now, there are a few settings you can adjust to supercharge your ChatGPT usage. First is custom instructions. This is where you tell ChatGPT who you are and how you want it to respond. For example, you can say something like, "I am a beginner in tech. Explain things simply with examples." This allows ChatGPT to remember useful details about you, making responses more personalized over time. So, how it works is with your previous chats, it references them in future discussions. Another setting you can do is to switch to your preferred theme, and you can switch to dark mode. You can adjust the layout to make it comfortable for long sessions. You can change the accent color, and you can change your language as well as the voice of the AI assistant. You can also manage your privacy. You can clear chats or control how your data is used. So I can delete all chats, I can archive all chats, and basically, however I want my chats to be stored, I can set it here. There are a lot of other things you could set to make your experience a better one, but these small adjustments can improve your experience overall. So that's all I have on ChatGPT. So yeah, I hope this helps in your next AI conversation. See you in the next one.